they tell me the complaint is like, oh my God. They said it's dead. It doesn't do anything. They talk about their husband, that their penis is dead.
Let's talk about getting older. So what should a couple expect from their sex life as they age?
I find that many people have unrealistic expectations and they don't consider aging as a part of their lives. I mean, it's like it takes them by surprise. You know, I have women complaining, the men not being able to have erections, and then they think it's about them. And then I have men also that go and to have a sexual relationship with younger women because the woman doesn't want sex or she's too dry. So, and it's amazing how it's something so natural and so obvious, and yet they're not aware or they don't want to be aware that I'm aging and my hormones are changing. And so it becomes a bigger problem than it has to be. But I think the foundational of that behind it is how they talk to each other and, you know, what is happening. Well, she is dry, but she's not saying, and he is having problems having an erection, but they're not talking about it, like the elephant in the room that nobody's saying anything about, that it's there, you know? So I think our communication, again, is very, very important. And being very realistic, instead of having unrealistic expectations that they're going to be hot and heavy like when they were in their 30s, 20s or something, and incorporating what's new and what's important, what they can do with the conditions they're experiencing now. And there's so many things they can do. I'm sure that, you know, you go through that and advise and pointing out what could help.
Well, it's not only the tools that can help you, like pills for male erection or lubricants, you know, so that you're wetter. But actually, there's an unexpected gift in the aging, which is that you learn to really accept that about your own body and your lover's body, and you find new levels of intimacy that are really, really tender and actually open the doors for intimacy, even though it's a little different. Yeah.
Yeah, and adding to that, couples who were adventuresome when they were young are much better prepared for the changes of aging because they're already used to adapting to different things, trying different things on. And I'll tell you, I accept Medicare. So there are people who come to me for sex therapy in their 80s, and the pleasant surprise for me has been the number of people who really are maintaining very active sex lives well into their 80s.
That is good to hear.
Yeah, I think I just want to echo that I have a lot of couples in their 60s, 70s, and 80s who are coming in for sex therapy with the expectation of maintaining their sex life. I have one patient, a wonderful guy who's in his late 60s, and he came in because he was dealing with erectile disorder and had a lot of anxiety after a divorce, and he's really used this chapter in his life to really go on a sexual journey that would put many 20-year-olds to shame, and it's important to him. He knows he wants it, and I think the phenomenal result is that he is no longer using Viagra, and he's getting full erections, you know, into his late 60s, and he's really just worked from the inside out as opposed to the outside in.
And that's fantastic because I think what we all know, the popular belief is that aging is a deficit.
Yes.
Right? And it doesn't have to be like that. We have to think about that it's something constructive. I'm better now, so how do I use my experience and what I know to fix certain things that may not be working the right way because, you know, physiological changes. But it's funny because, you know, some women, when they come along to the practice before the couples therapy takes place, they tell me the complaint is like, oh my God, they said it's dead. It doesn't do anything. They talk about their husband, that their penis is dead.
But you shouldn't speak evil of the dead. You know that.
But, you know, it's just the way they express when they're alone. And, you know, and I encourage them not to ever say that. You know, like somebody, it's too much to repeat. But, you know, the way they express, and I hear and I sense some, they're annoyed, you know, like, it's just dead and it's just there, you know, and that's what I'm based that most people have. We all have unrealistic expectations, and we will go to the deficit rather than, I have this now, how do I work with it, you know?
So sex as you get older sounds like it's absolutely possible to have a vibrant, healthy sex life with somebody that you're totally turned on by. You might have to work at it. You might have to pay attention to the cues, give your partner a little bit more of what they want, but you can absolutely make it work.